You're trying to get started on self-improvement and you just keep struggling. Likely you heard about it from an influential person on YouTube or one of your favorite content creators. And they might have mentioned it and you want to try it out. Or maybe you were already interested in like dieting or something like that and you started watching videos and heard about self-improvement, so now you're here to check it out. And after a while of watching videos and scanning through the information, you feel kind of motivated, but at the same time you feel kind of despaired because no one's telling you exactly what to do, you know? And if they are, they're giving you very surface level instruction and you don't know why you're doing it. So you don't see much value in actually doing it because how is it going to help you, you know? Or maybe it's that the things that they're telling you, the examples that they're giving you and the people that you're trying to follow are like David Goggins. Maybe they're like Hamza, maybe they're like Alex Hormozi, maybe they're like multimillionaires, you know, Iman Gadzhi, I still don't know how to pronounce that shit, but maybe they're like that. The hell do you do? Right? And you can watch their content even, and you might still feel that way. You might feel that their content is a way of them bragging about their success. They're not really trying to use you or speak to you as the viewer and give you any value. They're just kind of using it as a means to their own validation seeking. And while for a lot of people this is the case, there are a few creators that are genuinely trying to express, you know, how this stuff has helped them. But I think they do a very poor job in explaining to you why or how it has and giving you actual practical steps. Of course, going to the gym, breathing, meditating, blah, 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 that, you know, quitting porn, all that. But I wanted to give more of a overlooked piece of advice. Everyone talks about completely changing everything you do and, you know, becoming a different person, new year, new me, and they try changing all these different variables at once, right? They've been doing the same thing now for how many years? They've been indulging in the same things for how many years? They've been doing, you know, all this shit for, you know, the whole life. And then within the period of a week, a month, 3 months, they try completely turning all of it around. Now, while in some cases this can be true, most people don't have the necessary requirements that it takes. Alright? And if you're anything like me, you were bleakly unaware of a lot of things. And that awareness is what leads you to disgust. And disgust is what controls your motivation. It's what makes those 0.001% people that you see on YouTube that you're watching right now, you know? Like David Goggins, like other people, you know? And there's a reason their success started fairly late in life and didn't start earlier. It's because they were able to get out there and live, increase their awareness about what life is and how people treat them. Alright? Even Hamza. When did it start? Like age 22 or 23? Right. It's awareness is important. It's a very key thing. So, with that being said, what are the steps you can take? What is this overlooked secret or overlooked method that I'm talking about? I don't want to use the word secret because it's really kind of clickbaity, but honestly, it seems like such a secret now because it's so overlooked. Yes, going to the gym 6 times a week, going to the gym 4 times a week, hell, even just going to the gym 1 time a week will significantly help you. Both mentally, physically, emotionally, chemically. There's a lot of different factors that I could go into. And I can go into each of those subjects very deeply, but that would be like a 12-hour video. I'm going to be doing a full masterclass as well on all of those subjects, so if you'd like to be interested in that, shoot me an email, let me know, and I'll send it over to you. Now, but this overlooked secret that I keep talking about, you know, there's the doing the hard and challenging things, but you as a beginner on self-improvement, or someone that maybe hasn't even quite gotten on it yet, you're not gonna go out and find much value in doing these really hard, challenging things because they're hard and challenging. You haven't been on self-improvement long enough to gain the awareness of why they're important, you know. So you don't see a reason. You're just being told the surface level excuse of, oh, it might help my life, you know. And for a lot of people, that's not going to be enough, understandably, because what is helping out your life? You don't even have your goals thought out. You have like a halfway version. Like, yeah, everyone wants to be successful. What is success? It differentiates for all of us. You might have like a halfway thought out picture in your mind. Why leave that halfway picture thought out in your mind instead of just writing it down on a fucking piece of paper, right? So that's honestly one step, but maybe you've heard that before. That was just a bonus step. No, what I was talking about, just do something different. You know, you've been living your entire life up until this point. Haven't really changed too much. Now you understand, you know, what kind of result you've gotten. So you're given a circumstance, right? When you're born, the family you're in, the state you're in, the country you're in, the environment you're born into, people that surround you, and then their circumstance as well have a play on you. It might seem unfair, but it's the way it is. You can't really hate what you're given. You can't really hate the system, hate the circumstance. You can acknowledge it, see what you're doing, see the result you've gotten. If you don't like it so far, change the way you're reacting to it. Now, I don't mean accept it with open arms, right? And like love your circumstance. That's not what I mean by accept it. I mean, acknowledge that that's the way it is, and that's not going to change. Sorry, I'm panting so hard. I'm walking up this massive hill. But if you've been doing something for the last 90 days, living a certain way, and you don't like the result that's come of it, you don't feel any better, you know, you got pennies in your pocket, you're behind on your promises, you feel like shit, then go ahead and try changing something, anything. The time you wake up even. Do you wake up at a certain time? Try it. Do you go to bed at a certain time? Try it. Do you eat like a certain time of day? Try it. You know? Your life is comprised of so many different variables. Yes, we're given a certain set of rules, which is our circumstances, like the weather, right? You could either look at the weather and fucking curse at it, you know? Or you can look at the weather and be like, this is what kind of day it's going to be. What can I do with this? You know? And don't ask it sarcastically. actually think about what you can do with it. Like, one salesperson is going to look out, see that it's raining, be like, well, I can't really go out and sell today, it's raining, there's not going to be any customers out there. Another salesperson is going to look at it and be like, hey, yo, it's raining, there's not going to be any other salespeople out there, so the people that we do find, we can get them, right? So just quit. Those are the laws that you're given, that your life functions under. And then how you react to it is what determines your success. It's really no different from the laws that we're given in this country and the things that we do for success, you know? Like the promotion ladder, how, you know, people work, how you can go up and, you know, kiss people's ass to get promoted and stuff like that, you know? There's different things you can get into to understand that system and to benefit from it. Now, do you want to be the one of the people that's just sitting there blindly hating the system and coming up with reasons to say it's unfair, or do you want to be one of the people that succeed? Do you want to be one of the people that are lucky? Do you want to be one of the people that are, you know, different? It's not hard. I'll tell you that right now. It's really not hard. Do something different. Anything. Try it out. Give it a good, honest go. And then see where you end up. If you don't like that result, try something else. Give that a go. And see the result. If you go to the gym 1 day a week, you do that for 90 days, you like the result, but at the same time, you feel like it could be better, try something else. Maybe try switching up what you eat. Maybe, you know, realize the habits behind what you're eating, you know? So go learn about that. You'll develop some confidence behind that. And maybe you'll go and fix a habit or two. And then you'll develop some confidence behind that. And then because you fix those habits, you'll start eating better, which will lead to your performance in the gym being better, which will lead to your body developing better. And also because, you know, food has a significant impact on your GI tract, and, you know, that is like the biggest nerve in your body, that your emotions and stuff are going to be regulated better as well. So it just branches off, and you've developed, once you know all this stuff, that this is happening in you and why you're getting better, your confidence is just doubled, right? So just from the simple act of awareness, your confidence is doubled, tripled, even quadrupled. And you're in a golden state then, and that'll continue as long as you go, right? So I'm not saying do something challenging. I'm not saying do something otherworldly. All I'm simply saying is to do something different. If you read a book, or if you don't read books, try reading a book. I don't know. It doesn't have to be some scientific literature, just be something that you're interested in. I'm reading a book for English right now, and I just, you know, it's a fucking novel, and I've found like 3 or 4 good pieces of information. I'm only on page 21. I just started reading it today. I've already found 4 or 5 good pieces of information that I can take away and apply to my life. You know, mindsets, different perspectives, right? If you walk, go a different path. If you draw, try a different style. If you eat, try eating, like if you eat your bread first and then your broccoli or your fucking dessert before your supper, try it the other way around. You know, just try different stuff, see the result that comes of it, and if you don't like it, change it to get the result that you want. Now, there's a winning result to all situations in life. Every circumstance has its winning result, and you can prevail with any circumstance. It solely depends on the reaction you take and the actions you take within that circumstance to get where you want. I hope that provides you with some value, and I hope that you guys, I know that will provide you with some value should you choose to apply it and think about it. But only like 0.2%, 0.0002% of the people who watch this might actually apply it. The people who hear this advice, it doesn't have to be from me, it could be from anyone else as well. I'm not the only one to discover this. So many others have as well. They have it in different words, a different perspective. Their different circumstances allowed them to reach the same conclusion, but are able to tell it differently. Provide different examples, use different wording. You know, it's allowed them that ability. So do something different. It doesn't have to be challenging. It doesn't have to be perfect. And you know, in life, we only have one. We don't have another one after, and we don't have one before. We don't have one before that we can use to find what our purpose is or what the best route is. And we don't have one after to perfect what that route is. We live in the present, and we live in this life now. So try to take that information to heart. See what you can do with it. If you have to, grab a piece of paper. Just write out your life, kind of write out some questions, and just really try to look at it from a serious point of view about what you can do, what you're currently doing, and what you want to have as a result. All right, as long as you have your goal in mind, you'll be able to reverse engineer all of it. That's all for this video. Stay on task.